You are watching Stripped Down Live, Saskatchewan's only award-winning 1-hour local music showcase, the show that brings the venue to you in the comfort of your own living room. I'm your host, Curtis Anderson. Big night tonight, our first show of 2019, and ladies and gentlemen, making his Stripped Down debut, it's Theo Maczek.
Nutrition shakes the tree, fruits tumble down to poverty. Wolves a resort to savagery. There's not enough to feed the weak. Two worlds are living separately, divided by a great sea. Heads turn away so naturally, it's not a sin to let it be. Our ships are sailing east again, we're shaking hands with an old friend. We'll raise the bar as a descent until you sink to the deep end. I can't let it go right now, but I'm on a cloud, just forget it. Blend into the crowd, living like the rest of them. So easy to get lost in material possession. We're spinning into whirlwinds. All of mankind's progression is spinning into nowhere. Lifestyle's the new obsession, beholding all its aggression. Our ships are sailing east again, we're shaking hands with an old friend. We'll raise the bar as you descend until you sink to the deep end. Until you sink to the deep end.
We are spending 60 minutes with Theo Maczek. Welcome to the show.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Strange, bizarre way you got on this show. So this is all thanks to our audio op, Mr. Davis Baker.
Yeah, that's correct, yeah.
He saw you opening for a band that his friend plays in, and he hasn't stopped talking about you since. And he was like, you got to have him on the show. He's awesome.
Oh, really? Nice.
So this guy Davis comes up to you after a show, and you probably, I don't know, assume he wants to buy a disc or something, and he pitches you Stripped Down. Have you heard about the show before Davis?
Actually, no, I haven't.
Fair enough.
But I've heard of shows similar to it.
Nice.
There's something like Jules Holland, where you have bands in a circle playing together, but I didn't know there was a local
one
thing like this.
local.
Yeah.
So you looked it up, and I reached out to you, and here we are. It's been a few months. But your initial thoughts of taking the Stripped Down stage, what went through your mind after Davis's pitch?
Oh, I was pretty pumped about it. Like, I mean, I've always wanted to play something like this. There's the original 16. They do like a live set similar to that, but I didn't imagine playing something like this and actually getting interviewed and having someone interested in my music. So yeah,
Awesome.
it's nice. Yeah.
This has been probably 8 years since we've had a looper on Strip Down. This is the first time we've ever done it live.
Really, who was the first?
Stephen McGuire back in like 2009, I think, brought
Nice.
a looper on the show.
Right on.
Is there, I mean, I always ask these questions as if you guys don't always perform live. So I'm always trying not to be redundant. But is there extra risk using a looper live?
Definitely, there's tons of risk.
Yeah.
For example, I have this on here because if I don't, then it's going to be too much feedback.
Okay.
I'm doing da-da-da-da, like tapping the guitar. On top of that, if your level isn't set correctly, it can just throw off the whole mix. So every time I play, there's always the risk of messing up.
I'm in awe of a looper. How much practicing goes into pulling that off successfully?
Honestly, like the last few shows I played, I never practiced at all. I just winged it.
Just winged it?
But today I practiced pretty much all day. So
Nice. Well, welcome to Strip Down.
yeah, thanks for having me.
How long have you been doing what you do?
Not too long, maybe a couple of years now.
Okay.
Yeah, I originally picked it up because a friend of mine from Prince Albert, he used one, and they have an amazing band. They're called Soul Father.
Okay.
But I just kind of thought, I never made a band work, and that's kind of my own fault because I'm going to school right now and didn't have much time to invest into it. But I eventually got one, and then I figured out, why not do it on my own? So
When you called to say you were on your way, I got nervous because the phone number came up, Prince Albert, and I was like, oh God, is he driving in this weather from Prince Albert? I was like, he's not going to make it. The highways are terrible. I mean, the streets are terrible. So
I guess I still have a Prince Albert number then. I
that's
didn't
all
know
good.
that.
I got to share this with you. It's neither here nor there, but I just had like this weird Matrix moment before we started the show. I was standing at the back wall, and I was wondering if we could start the show with like how Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer starts with like that snow, like it's like in the middle of a blizzard.
Oh,
That shot, I thought that'd be a funny way to start the show because the weather's so horrible.
yeah.
And as I was standing there, I was looking at this peg on the wall where you hang the DMX cable, and then Dylan walks up to me, and he was looking at the DMX cable, and he was like, "Man, I haven't heard about DMX the rapper since he sang Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer." And I was just like, "What?" And then it just kind of broke me for a couple minutes. I was like, "What's going on? Everything's ones and zeros. Like nothing's." Anyway, just thought I'd share that story. So Theo Maczek on Strip Down tonight. What are we going to hear? I'm guessing 7/8 originals.
A bunch of stuff of what you've already heard.
Okay.
Just guitar tapping and a simple, basic guitar beat in the background, and then just me jamming. So yeah,
Awesome.
and singing. Yeah.
So we got 55 minutes of that.
Yeah.
Right on. Now's the time. Let's throw it over to our social media correspondent, who I know is just going to add to my Dylan story because that was a fantastic piece of television right there, that story. Ladies and gentlemen, Bryn Kreisa. How's it going this week? Happy 2019, Bryn.
Yeah, happy 2019. I wish it was warmer.
It is
Kind
the
of-
worst out there. You
Yeah.
said you passed like 3 car accidents on the way here tonight.
Yeah, be safe out there.
Stay home and watch
yeah.
Strip Down live.
Exactly. So we've got some folks tuning in. We have some former Strip Down guests watching, actually, Lisa Moen.
Yay!
And I saw John Antonik was also tuned in. So we have some local musicians watching. So keep tuning in, ask us questions, ask Theo some questions, interact, and you'll be entered to win a gift card to Earl's.
Yeah, $20
Yeah.
from Earl's.
Yeah.
Right on. Thanks, Bryn. Should we run through our sponsors right now, get it out of the way? Because, of course, this show would not be possible without the generous contributions from some local businesses, such as Earl's Saskatoon. Big shout out to Earl's. They know where it's at. They stepped up and are the title sponsor of Strip Down Live. And you can catch live music at Earl's in their lounge every Friday and Saturday night. And we kind of feed each other. So, yeah, let me know if you ever want to play Earl's. I'll throw your
absolutely.
name and number out there. And yeah, again, big shout out to Earl's. This show would not be possible without their generosity. Past that, of course, we have the Hairstyle Inn. You want to know how Bryn Kreis and I look so darn good all the time? It's thanks to the Hairstyle Inn and their miraculous efforts. Of course, Red Swan Pizza North, as I mentioned. As soon as the show ends, we are treated to some of the best pie in the city. Actually, no, it's probably the best pie in the city. Red Swan Pizza North, support them, they support us. And of course, E-West Music. Back to Theo Maczek. That first song you played to kick off the show, what was that?
That was called Whirlwinds. It's a song I'm working on right now. getting recorded.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll talk future album and all that, but is there a story behind the creation of that song?
Yeah, just sitting on my porch at my parents' house about, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. And I just kind of wanted to play a song that was similar to bass, but on the guitar. So
Okay.
usually when I play it, it's like slap, like kind of like that. But yeah, I don't know if you want to know a story behind the song or
It's your
what it's
hour.
about. Yeah.
Sure.
Song's kind of about inequality and world poverty and how in the West here we have everything, but in other places not so much, and how the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. But I don't know if you would have figured that out. But
I assume every song is about dating, just in general. That just seems to be the 9 out of 10 rule. But that's awesome. You're taking a stab at some deeper lyrics and meanings and messages, and good on you for that. Where do we go from there? Let's play our second song and then take our first commercial break.
Sure, sounds good.
What's next?
I don't even know what this one's called.
Okay.
So
Give it a pitch.
okay.
You don't know what it's about? You don't know what it's called?
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's just a loop. It's about trying to think. I forgot now.
Okay, whatever. We can talk after the commercial break.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Theo Maczek.
Right on. Well, no love is for sure. I can't take anymore of these unfaithfuls who seem to grow their nose. Well, no love is for sure. It's digging into your pores and rotting you to the core. Well, no love is for. Well, no love is for sure. Well, no love is for sure. Oh, oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, Theo Maczek.
Harvest the sunrise, milked grain fed and pasteurized. Flatlands and working lands keep the dream alive, connecting borderlands off the grid in the rhubarb. Between the fields and sloughs, pass a pill or a friendly wave. There's a tint of green above the morning dew. Passed down through family ties is the land of the living skies. Little man, so old and wise, this is where you're born, and this is where you'll die. Off the grid in the rhubarb. Between the fields and sloughs, pass a pill or a friendly wave. There's a tint of green above the morning dew. In the land of the living skies, this is where we were born, and this is where we'll die.
Ladies and gentlemen, Theo Maczek. Wow. During the break, a set piece fell, and I'm very sorry about that. This gentleman stopped it with his hand, and luckily there was no damage because as a musician you probably need your hands. But yeah, that piece, we moved the stairs and that piece fell, and it's been a crazy night here at Strip Down. How are you feeling, buddy?
Good.
You got full range? You're okay?
Yeah, I don't know why I stopped it with my hand, but
It was
instinct.
better than stopping
Yeah.
with your head, I guess.
Yeah, true.
In the moment of crisis when it started to fall, I went, "Hey!" And that was what I came up with.
Yeah.
I didn't lunge or anything. That was the best I could do. So thank you for that. I'm glad no one was hurt.
Yeah.
And you signed the waiver, right? Just making sure. Just joking. Okay. I looked you up on the old internet, and you had a former, was it a band or just a different title? Faux Bandit.
Oh yeah, that was. I just came up with an alias.
Okay.
I was kind of inspired by some country artists and whatnot, and I figured I'd go with something, and then I switched it back because it just didn't feel right. I
Fair
don't know.
enough.
Yeah.
This came from country influence, though.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit?
I don't know, old westerns and things
Okay,
like
that makes
but,
sense.
yeah.
All right. I was really, really drawn to your bio, though, for Faux Bandit. Okay, quote, solo acoustic indie rock singer/songwriter who makes use of loop pedals and guitar tapping to create a stripped down, a stripped down, that's the name of the show, folks, a stripped down desert sound that's intense, dissonant, and intimate. And that's awesome that you used intense, dissonant, and intimate, because that's the way I describe my marriage. And I'm saying that to say this. I married a Polish girl, and you were also Polish.
Oh, there you go.
Right? So
Yeah.
there's connections all over the place.
Right on.
So the only phrase I know in Polish is "Dego manapusik," and I honestly, I apologize. I don't know what it means. My wife says it around the house sometimes. So do you speak?
No,
No?
but are jajci's a Polish word? Yeah. Jajci, kobasa.
Yeah.
My dad always says that. But
We're probably just repeating like commercials or something. But
yeah, I don't know.
strong
Yeah.
Polish heritage?
I think 50%. Yeah.
50%?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think my great grandpa or something came in from Poland, and
Was musical influence from like that far back in the lineage?
I
Because
don't
I
even.
was thinking, and like no joke, I was like, what are like Polish, like what's the Polish sound?
I have no idea.
Like traditional Polish music. I know I've heard it, but like I can't.
I think it'd be very very spacey.
Very spacey. Okay.
I don't know, like in the mountains.
Fair
I
enough.
don't know.
Yeah.
I only know one Polish artist.
Okay, and
I can't remember his name.
put you on the
Of course,
spot here.
yeah,
Yeah. Does it sound like what you bring to the
a
table?
little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was wondering if there was any sort of deep Polish inspiration, but we'll
Yeah.
move on. And then it also said it was humble but bone chilling. That's your sound, which is pretty accurate. I really like that. Humble but bone chilling.
Should have left that one out, maybe.
No, that's good stuff. It is a little bone chilling. It is a dark tone to it. I really like it.
I don't think so.
So before everything went haywire, you said you kind of blanked at what the song before the commercial break was. Do you want to take another run at that, or should we just move on to this last song?
Yeah. It was just kind of about I don't know, people that are unfaithful and like friends that don't, that are fake. I don't know.
Fair enough.
Just kind of a angry song a bit, I guess. I don't know.
And then the last one, you just performed coming back from the commercial break.
Yeah.
That one has a deeper. Or is that the one you're talking
Yeah,
about?
that one's actually about Saskatchewan.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a bit of a lighter topic, but I don't know. I really didn't have any idea what to write for lyrics, so I just started writing about the prairies. Yeah.
Are you born and raised here?
In Prince Albert.
Prince Albert, yeah. What was it like growing up in Prince Albert?
I was good. There was lots of lakes.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, like primarily what I did was fishing. Yeah.
Nice. Seems to be a lot of musical talent coming out of Prince Albert too. I've noticed since we started the
Yeah.
show 10 years ago, we've had a lot of acts from Prince Albert.
Yeah, surprisingly.
Yeah. So what's the scene like there these days? I guess you wouldn't know, you moved, but when you were cutting your teeth in Prince Albert musically, was it like thriving? Was it supportive? Or were you like, I can't wait to get to Saskatoon?
Well, it's a smaller population. There's 35,000 people there, so you really can't expect too much. But
Okay.
for what there was at the time, the Rock Trout Cafe, it was downtown, and they started hosting live music and stuff. But I approached them and asked if they wanted to do an open mic,
Yeah.
and they agreed. So yeah, I hosted that for a bit.
No way.
Yeah, and
You
then
kind of did what I'm doing.
yeah, a little bit, and then it
Nice.
continued on for a little bit. Another guy hosted it from there, and but other than that, for the music scene, I guess like Pabco, and I think it used to be it used to be Belly Up, but it's the Gas Tavern now. They do open mics.
Nice.
So yeah.
Well, that's good of you. They
Yeah.
tried to replace me as a host here, and I just like chained myself to the set, and I outlasted them. They gave up, and they allowed me to continue here.
Well, yeah, if you're the one that
Let's
started it.
right. Should we talk to Bryn again? See what the folks are saying. Ladies and gentlemen, social media correspondent, the lovely Bryn Kreisa. Bryn,
Hi.
we are halfway through. We are burning through time. Did you see the
Yeah.
set piece fall? That was messed up.
I saw that. I had the same reaction. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
and that was about it.
We're quite the duo, Bryn.
Yeah.
The way you and I jumped in to save our musician tonight was,
Yeah.
was something else.
I know, right?
Oh! As this giant piece of fencing is falling.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Well, nobody was hurt.
Right.
So, social media. We have a question.
Hey, nice.
Theo, Taddy is wondering who you are inspired by.
I'm inspired by her. She's my girlfriend.
Aww.
But as for musical influences, Radiohead, Kurt Weill, let's see, Jose Gonzalez,
Nice.
stuff like that. Yeah.
Cool. I can definitely hear
Yeah.
all of those influences.
Yeah.
Right on.
I've never heard someone say Jose Gonzalez out loud. That's
No?
awesome. No,
Oh,
I,
yeah.
only know one Jose Gonzalez song, and it's good, and it's awesome.
Yeah, it's gold.
Any other comments?
Uh,
Some likes?
yeah, we
People
got some
going
likes, got
nuts?
some watchers. We got Grayson saying, I don't know if I can say this on.
Said to
Heck
yourself,
yeah, Theo.
I'll read that one later, I guess.
We need to make a promo, stripped down live, and having Bryn going, heck yeah. Let me tell you, that's the mindset I'm in every time I pull up to do the show in the parking lot. I'm like, heck yeah, Curtis, another stripped down live. Golly. Can't wait.
You and me both.
All right, thanks, Bryn. We're burning through time. Let's get to song number 4 before we take our second commercial break. What do we have next?
I don't know what this one's called.
You don't know what this one's called? All right. Well,
It's kind of in the process.
take it
so, yeah.
away,
Yeah.
Theo Maczek.
Inspiration comes to pass and soars in droves in an imaginary land full of color and life. When that door opens, it floods did you come to find me in my cooled place? Me in my cooled place. Oh, no, 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 no. I'm dead inside. You know that you cannot read my mind. You cannot find what's inside my soul, what's inside my crazy eyes. It rolls and it rolls around me. Did you find it rolls and it rolls around me? I don't wanna fight with the wind tonight. And it rolls a thin rover. Did you find? And it rolls a thin rover. Found. And it rolls a thin rover. Found. And it rolls a thin rover.
We are burning through time with Theo Maczek. How are you doing, sir?
Good,
How are
yourself?
you feeling?
Great.
I'm feeling fantastic. That was amazing.
Thanks,
What
man.
was that last track?
That one is called Dead Inside.
Yeah.
I actually know this time, yeah.
Okay.
And it's about being dead inside.
I was gonna ask, but then I didn't want to ask, and it's just that simple. Hey, dead inside. So now we're gonna throw it back over to Bryn Kreisa, who's gonna show us that sometimes we get more feedback than just from the monitors.
Oh,
See what I did there?
that was pretty good.
That's a music show joke.
Yeah.
All right, what are the people saying, Bryn?
We have another question from Austin. What advice would you give to other artists starting out, especially the nerves?
Ooh. Okay. Play as much as possible. Go to open mics, and connect with people. I think that's probably the most important thing, because once you get to know people, they'll get you shows, they'll get you started out, and they'll make you feel less nervous because you have friends in the industry. I think it's all about connections. Yeah.
Yeah, and definitely getting more of that experience too to get more comfortable playing.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You could answer that question as well, Bryn.
Hey.
As a local bass icon here in Saskatchewan with what, 12, 13 years under your belt already?
Something like
Something
that.
like that,
no.
yeah?
No, it's I'd agree. You know, it's just getting comfortable with it, more experience, but I'm not the one on the show, so.
I always find it fascinating that as soon as the show's done, all the artists are like, "Oh, I was so nervous," and I never get that vibe from anybody on the show that they're nervous. Yes. And I remember we had one lady that was like, "Yeah, I threw up before the show." Ooh, I felt really bad.
Yeah.
That still haunts me sometimes. I was like, I caused someone to throw up. That's horrible. We are burning through time, so I know you have to do a guitar switch. So do you want to play your next song before we take our last commercial break?
Yeah, I just switched guitars here.
You're good.
You're talking, so we're good then.
All right.
No,
what's next?
This one is a more complex song.
Okay.
Let me think of the.
Okay. While you think about it, we'll give another shout out to our sponsors real quick. I'll give you 30 seconds.
Sure.
Okay. Of course, Earl's Saskatoon, our title sponsor. Once again, they know where it's at. This show would not be possible without Earl's. They have live music every Friday, Saturday night, and this Friday and Saturday we have our good friend, Mr. Harrison James, from Cooked with Shaq, from playing in the movie theater. Apparently someone told me he's got a gig at the movie theater. That's pretty awesome. But he will be at Earl's this Friday, Saturday night. So if you want to hear the musical stylings of one Harrison James, go to Earl's Friday, Saturday. And of course, Hairstyle Inn, Red Swan Pizza North, and E West Music. If you want to follow us on Insta, we're at Strip Down Live SK, which is also Strip Down Lives K, which was the joke when we brought this show back from the death. And you can find us on Facebook, and if you're watching us on Facebook right now, you've probably found us. Ladies and gentlemen, pitch this song. You got it?
Yeah, I got her. So I don't exactly know the name, but it's about sort of how we're stuck in our phones these days, and we're distracted from the things that are going on. And yeah.
But keep watching Strip Down on your phone if that's how you're watching it. Phones are
true.
good in that aspect. Ladies and gentlemen, Theo Maczek.
All the fields we're living on, can't let go, we're holding on, we're afraid to stand alone. Hide behind the screens all day, never knowing what to say, we just put it on replay. We just put it on replay. All the power lies behind golden doors of wealthy minds. They control the party line. Sacred power lies within sacred hands and next of kin. Wake us up, but let them win. Generational backspin. It's just a cyclical fight, whitewashed in oil and fuel. So set up your stations before the brutes. Cause they'll outcompete you if you don't make your move. So make your move. Make your move. Make your move. Make your move.
You're watching Strip Down Live. I'm Curtis Anderson. We are wrapping up our first episode of 2019 with Theo Maczek. How was the hour? How'd you feel?
It was great. I was a bit nervous, I'm not going to lie, but
Didn't come
that's
across
how
at
she
all.
goes.
I had a blast. This was a great episode. The addition of the looper was pretty awesome. Thank you for bringing that out and doing that. It was
Yeah.
Thanks, Davis, for making this happen. As you know, if you go back and listen to the first segment, Davis Baker, our audio op, was the reason you're here tonight. He kind of did his thing and got us in touch, and here we are. And quote to Davis, he said, when he met you, quote, seemed like a nice guy, but he had been drinking. That was Davis. Like Davis was. But I thought that was... But it turns out you were a nice guy after all. So there, everybody wins. Bryn Kreisa, our social media correspondent. What do you have for us, Bryn? We got about 2 minutes left before we go to our last song.
Yeah, I have the winner for our Earl's gift card. This is going out to Austin King. Congratulations. We'll get in contact with you.
Nice.
And yeah, we had some good interactions, good audience. I really enjoyed your music. It was really, really cool. It was unique sound.
Absolutely.
And I really enjoyed it.
Right
Yeah.
on, thanks.
Big shout out to the people who asked questions. That's what we're trying to generate here at Strip Down Live. Now that we're doing it live, is to make it as interactive as possible. So that was awesome. We've had shows with no questions. So tell your
there you
fans
go.
and your audience a big thank you, and thanks for tuning in and spread the word of Strip Down Live. Big thanks to our sponsors again. I'm wrapping up. I'm getting ready for the last song. Earl Saskatoon, Hairstyle Inn, Red Swan Pizza North, and E West Music. And lastly, really quickly, how can people get their hands on your music? You had talked about an album kind of in the works.
Yeah, I'm actually working on a couple songs. They're recorded but not completely finished. But
Okay.
like I said, if you send the fire symbol on the comments of this video, I'll personally send you a copy.
There you go.
So, or you can just check out my my other pages on Instagram and Facebook. So
All right. And those are just...
Theo_Maczek is my Instagram, and just Theo Maczek on Facebook.
Oh, Maczek. I was saying it right this whole time. That's
There
good.
you go.
I was a little nervous. That was my nerve. I'm always worried I'm going to blow the name in the introduction.
A lot of people
Because there's
do.
no coming back from that.
I've had people spell it with an X. So
Yeah?
Maczek.
Maczek. Drop the
Yeah.
old X. That's rock and roll. All right, this last song, you have 50 seconds to preview it, or to pitch it properly. What's the last song from Theo Maczek tonight before we say goodbye to our first show of 2019?
This one, it's only got 50 seconds.
43 now.
Okay. Yeah, that helps. Yeah, this one's sort of about the dark pit of your soul, I guess.
Ooh.
Sorry, they're dark.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah.
We can't leave the viewers on something that dark. Quick, something 20 seconds. What do you do for fun when you're not writing soul-crushing dark music? What does Theo Maczek do for fun?
I like to fish. I play soccer, and I go to the local pubs.
There it is.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. For the last time tonight, ladies and gentlemen, Theo Maczek. Thank you so much for watching.
There's an unknown spirit always lingering, hovering over everyone and everything. And it understands you like no one else, and it's always there when you cry for help. So pour your heart out to me. I'm not gonna hurt you, I will set you free. You got something on your back that's chewing with its teeth, so just let go and listen to the voice that's underneath. Well, I'll take you in my dreams, and I'll take you in my dreams, in my dreams, in my dreams. Well, I'll take you in my dreams, and I'll take you in my dreams, in my dreams, in my dreams. We're in my dreams, we're in my dreams. Oh, you're in my dreams, we're in my dreams. Oh, you're in my dreams. Oh, you're in my dreams. Oh, you're in my dreams, my dreams, my dreams. Oh, you're in my dreams. Oh, you're in my dreams. I'll get out of my dreams.